sublime and I just can't escape. Gonna get myself inside, I'm gonna close all of my blinds. I'll read or write and work and hope you'll finally leave my mind, but you're still dancing in the air, still feel your hands run through.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you all of my cruise details, and the cruise ship that I'll be talking about is the MSC Seascape. I did an entire prep and pack with me for my cruise, so you can check out that video, as well as a Shein vacation haul that you can also check out. In this video, I'll be sharing with you some things that I had no idea about, and I'm giving you an idea of what you can expect if you're doing a cruise for the first time. And of course, this is specifically for MSC Seascape. So I did a 7-day cruise on the MSC Seascape, and I went to 3 islands. So I went to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and St. Thomas. Some of the things that I might say might be applicable to all of the cruise ships, but I'm speaking about what I went on so that you can kind of have an idea if you are going on the MSC Seascape. So first up, I will be giving you a little room tour of my cabin that I stayed in and all of the little details so you can kind of see what the cabin is like and what to expect. This was the most basic cabin, so I did not have like a balcony or anything like that. I wanted to save, obviously, and secondly, I knew I was not going to be inside of the room most of the times because this ship has so many things to do, and then of course you're going to different countries. So I knew that I was not going to be spending too much time in the actual room itself. But yeah, let us get into the room tour. So as soon as you open the room, this is the view that you are looking at. There is a vanity section on the left with a very large mirror, and then there is the bed to the right, which you cannot see right now, but you will see in a few, is the bathroom and the toilet area. So on the vanity, there is a phone, there are some booklets that they place, an ice bucket, as well as a glass, and there is a TV on top that you have to watch a very important safety video. I'm gonna give you a little tour of what is in the mini fridge. So it is relatively quite stocked. As you can see, you have some snacks, some soda, water, as well as alcohol. This is not free. You will be charged if you take anything from this fridge. Let us close that and move on to the rest of the room. You have a full-length, beautiful mirror with a chair, and there are really nice big prints on the wall, like wall art, I would say. And the bed is very, very big, very comfortable, I might add. And this can actually split into 2 beds if you wanted it to do that. There's also a closet, and it has quite a lot of space. This is the next side of the closet that has tons of shelves, as well as a safe if you would like to fold your clothes, hang your clothes. I just left everything in my suitcase because that is just who I truly am. I have to say that I absolutely love the choice of shade of wood that is in the cabins. It's very nice, light and beautiful. It makes the room look so much more bigger than it actually is. Here is a look at the wall art. We have a manta ray on one side and a whale on the next. What I do love is the fact that the bed has different lights for either side. So if you would like to read but the person you're with does not, you can just turn on your night light, which I love. The bed has this mat, which is perfect if you're going to the beach. It's like a beach blanket but plastic, and then you have your pool towels that you don't want to lose, because if you lose any of these things you will be charged. The bathroom is not very big, and while I remember it, there is a hair dryer, but it is in the vanity that I showed you as soon as we walked in. So there's no hair dryer inside of the toilet. It is comfortable enough. It has toilet, a shower, as well as some space to put your toiletries. Inside the shower, you have a hot and cold water system. And let me tell you, the hot water is so good. I'm one of those people who loves to soak in scalding water. And then we have shampoo and body wash. Those are the only 2 things that you get when it comes to toiletries. So you definitely need to make sure and pack your own. And don't forget, you can also check out my cruise prep and pack with me. Okay, so next up, this is so random that I really wanted to mention, is the fact that you are allowed to carry like a curling wand and a flat iron and stuff like that on the ship, and I will put in the little part here where they say that. The only thing they don't really tell you is that the voltage is so low. So I had quite the shock when I plugged in my curling wand, went to curl my hair, and it was cool to the touch on the highest setting. Like I could have held my curling wand in my hand, which is so insane. So I could not have curled my hair for the entire week. I could not have had my hair done, which was so unfortunate because I had all of these cute outfits and my hair was a mess. If I only knew about the voltage situation, I would have had curlers or something where I could have set my hair. Even the satin robe thing for my hair, I would have been able to curl my hair and set it overnight and then have really nice waves in the morning. And I did not have that at all because my hair was fried because it got wet in the pool and stuff like that. And then by the time I realized it was obviously too late, what I had to do was wet my hair, blow dry it, like try to give my hair a blowout, and then the blow dryer would cut off like after every minute when it got too hot. So that took me such a long time. It was the most insane thing ever. It's something that I truly did not know or expect. So if you are thinking about bringing stuff for your hair, be sure that you have a backup, because if the voltage is too low, you are not going to be able to style your hair at all. So I do recommend having like rollers or some kind of substitute for that, because I did not know this at all. And obviously that was not the best thing, because you guys, I just couldn't do my hair. Next up, let us talk about the drinks and what are the complimentary drinks. So the complimentary drinks would be items that are in the buffet. So you have like a buffet, like a food buffet, and inside of there you would have access to different drinks like water, juice, lemonade, coffee, tea, items like that. That is all you will have access to. If you are someone who wants sodas like Coke, ginger ale, if you are somebody who wants like champagne and alcoholic drinks and cocktails and stuff like that, you will need to have a drinks package. You will need to pay an additional amount for that. I did not pay for a drinks package because I drink water a lot of the times. They also had lemon slices that you could have added to your water. So I did that for the entire week. And then for breakfast, I would have like orange juice or lemonade or something like that that was readily available. Something that you can do is have a water bottle with you, and you can fill up ice and water and lemonade and orange juice and all of those free complimentary things. You can do that. And then you have access to drinks all day if that's something that you choose to do. So I definitely recommend carrying like a tumbler or a water bottle or something like that. And this is specifically if you're not going to be buying a drinks package. So they have like drinks packages where you can get like sodas and stuff, and then the alcohol drinks package, and those packages are kind of pricey, so you need to make sure that you'll be using it up like using its value, using its worth up, you know. I wanted to make a really quick note that there's no free Wi-Fi on the ship. If you would like to have Wi-Fi, you will need to purchase it. I spent $112 for the week. Even though this was very pricey, I absolutely needed it for my work, checking emails, messages, as well as checking in on my cats. Up, I just wanted to say that the housekeeping on the MSC Seascape was absolutely just out of this world. They would clean your room like 2 to 3 times to the day. There were times where I would just like go upstairs, go to the pool and come back, and my room would be spotless, towels changed, everything like that. It was so good. Like I cannot remember one instance of where my room was dirty. It was constantly cleaned, which I really did love and enjoy. So next up, there was a time I looked at my credit card and I saw a $250 US charge pending. So if you see something like that on your credit card, it's basically where they have that amount that they hold, just like it would be in a hotel. And if you buy anything, or if you like pay to just do something, it will be charged from that $250. Like this is the amount that was on my card, so they would pull from that amount. There are several complimentary restaurants that are free, but there are also ones that you have to pay for. So for instance, I paid for the sushi, and that was like a $47 charge. So when they charged it, they deducted it from that $250, and then they cleared the card. So it's not like if they're taking that $250, they're just holding it there until you disembark, until you leave the ship. So for this 7-day cruise, they were going to charge $112 to my card. That works out to around $14 a day, I think, for a 7-day cruise. And that would basically be towards room service and tips and stuff like that. So if you don't want your card to be charged, you can go to the front desk and tell them that you would like that charge removed, and then you can pay in cash if that is something that you would like. So if you see like a surprising $112 charge to your credit card, just know what that is. So I advise you to be checking your credit card to see what is being held, so you would have an idea if you need to go and ask them about it. And don't be afraid to do so. Go and ask them about it. Tell them that you'll be paying in a different way, or in cash, or just something like that, so that you would not be caught with a surprise charge, because that is like what I think most people are afraid of when they go on a cruise, because sometimes there are hidden fees and hidden things. So this is just something that you should be aware of, I think. Of course, on a shorter cruise, it might be a less amount, but still this is something really good to be aware of, so you wouldn't be surprised with any kind of fees. I should mention that when I went to the front desk, they reversed it without any hesitation. It wasn't any kind of trouble to do. Something fun that you might think of, and something that I completely forgot to get, was like a waterproof phone case. We bought it in one of the islands that I visited. This is really good if you want to take videos or have your phone when you're on all of the water slides and in the pool and stuff like that. I think that this is just something really great that you can carry that you might forget, because I didn't know that I would have any use for it until I was there, obviously. So definitely that is something that you can add to your list. Something else that I saw a ton of people with were these towel clips that you can clamp to your deck chairs. So if you wanted your towel to not fly away, or just to like know where you were sitting, you can buy these clips. There are so many different ones on Amazon. I will have them linked. I saw like ones that look like flamingos and different animals, and it was really, really cute. It's something that I again thought that I really would not have needed, and it's only when I was there I was like, oh, this is actually a really good idea. Something else to mention with pool towels is that you have like pool towels exchanges, so that you can go ahead and swap out your pool towel whenever it gets wet throughout the day. But obviously you want to make sure and keep your pool towel, because if you lose your pool towel somehow, they will be charging you from that $250. So they will charge you if you don't have your pool towel if you lost it somewhere. Next up, your cruise card is something that will be given to you as soon as you enter the ship, and this is something that you need to have on you at all times to open your door, to present if you need to pay something. I also needed to use my cruise card for them to scan a barcode whenever I went to one of the evening shows or anything like that. And my phone case is a clear phone case, so I slipped my cruise card in where the barcode could easily be scanned and read. And this is to me the best way, because my phone was always on me. And other than that, there is also like a little punch out on the cruise card, so you can wear a lanyard. Obviously you definitely don't want to be losing your cruise card and not being able to get into your room. You also got to keep the card when you're finished with the cruise, so that makes a really good souvenir. This is a random fact with the key card. As soon as you enter the room, there's a little slot to put in your key card, and if you take it out after 2 minutes, the lights in your room will turn off, and it would let the cruise staff know that you're not in your room. So that's when they would come in to clean. Definitely be sure to put in your cruise card whenever you're in the room, because you will be alarmed if lights suddenly goes, because that is what happened to me on the first day. And I did freak out a bit, because I was like, where did the power go? Like, did we just lose all power? But it was because the cruise card was not inside of the little slot. You have a mini bar, and I will put in a little clip of all the items that were in the mini bar in my room. Now, this is not free. If you take anything from the mini bar, they will know and they will charge your card. So be sure that you don't take anything from it if you don't want to be charged. Obviously, if you don't mind paying for it, you can take whatever you want from the mini bar. It has a few snacks and alcohol and some sodas and stuff like that. So the minibar actually is locked at 12 p.m. the day before you dock at your final port. So if you don't want the minibar locked, you could always tell your room attendant or something like that, but they are going to be locking it. So if you put anything in there that you buy and you put anything inside of the fridge, be sure to take it out the day before, because it is going to be locked. So one thing that I completely forgot is that a cruise is just like an airport. So if you have checked luggage, you are going to need to tag your luggage. I did not do this. I did not tag my luggage for the cruise. I tagged it for my flight, but I did not tag it for my cruise. And you will need to have like your room number on it and your name. And what I saw people do is have like these clear tags that they attach to their luggage, and they printed out their information and put it in those clear laminated pouches, and they attach it to their suitcase. What I had to do was get one of the porters to just put my room number on it, because you have to check in your big luggages, your checked luggage, you have to check those in. I recommend carrying some cash for the porters, because they are going to ask you for a tip. They literally are going to just be like, are you going to have something for me? So I did give them like $5 US each. So you might want to keep a tip on you, because obviously you don't want to play with your luggage, right? So I had to give 2 porters $5 US each, and they will bring that up to your room. So you will see your luggage outside of your room whenever they do that. If you have a small luggage, a carry-on luggage, you can board the ship with your small luggage, but they will not allow you to board the ship with your big luggage. So that is something to note. You don't really know when your big luggage will reach up to your door. So I definitely recommend having like a bag, like a tote bag with some essentials, just in case. I was really lucky. I got my luggage to my room like an hour after I got there, which was really good. But sometimes luggage is delivered later, depending on what time you board the ship and all of those stuff. And then once you do board the ship, you have to pass through security, just like in an airport. You have to take off your shoes, you have to like do the hands in the air, you have to present your passport, you have to do all of those things. It is exactly like going to the airport, which I just didn't know, and it was just a new experience for me. When you are on the ship, you can have full access to all of the restaurants, the drinks, the pools, everything like that. So, you know, you don't have to wait around to do nothing. There are things that you can do as soon as you board the ship. And then later when I went back to my room, my suitcase was there and I was able to unpack and all of that. Okay, so I'm going through my list. Next up, MSC Seascape had an amazing app. I think all cruises have apps, and I literally would go through the itinerary every single day. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. And they have so many activities and you can add it to your own agenda. So I would do all of these shows. I went on origami class. They had comedy shows. They had competitions that you can do. I went to a Guinness World Record show. They had so many things that you can do. I even ended up collecting charms every single day because it was on the list of activities to do, like to make a charm bracelet. I did all of those things, which is so much fun. And don't sleep on those things because you are paying for all of these things and these are free. Like, all of these shows and stuff are free, so don't waste that chance because it is so much fun, you guys. It has so many things to do every single day. So I was just in everything. I actually won 2 things. I won trivia and I got like this cute backpack. So I won that because it was general knowledge about the ship, and I'm like so competitive. I went and revised everything right before the quiz, so I did win that. And then another thing that I won was where I had to guess the amount of diamonds, I guessed the carats of diamonds in a ring, and I guessed it correctly. I feel so proud of myself. So I guessed it correctly and I did win some jewelry, which was so much fun. And I can't lie, I felt really good about it. So don't miss out on all the activities that it has. So the night before, you have to put out your luggage by around 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is referring to your checked luggage. So that would be my really big suitcase. I had to put everything in it and put it outside my door, and they would give you like luggage tags, and then they would take it and then put it in storage and tote it off the ship for you. So you'll get it the next day when you disembark. That is something that you can probably note as well. If you put your checked luggage outside, you will need to make sure that you have a change of clothes for the next day to get ready. Obviously, if you want to do your makeup, you need to have your makeup with you because you will not have access to your checked luggage until you disembark the next day. So what I did was have like my change of clothes, my toothbrush, my toiletries, stuff like that. I had that in a tote bag. And then when I got my checked luggage, I put everything inside of it. I mentioned the sushi restaurant before, so it ended up having a really good deal, like an all-you-can-eat for $39 plus taxes. And you could eat as much as you want for 45 minutes. So I ended up doing that, which was just fun because it had like all of these rotating sushi things that you could have just taken. It was just a new experience, so that's why I did pay extra for that. But the food in the complimentary fine dining restaurant is so amazing. I would put some stuff on the screen. It was so good, and again, all of this was free, but the complimentary restaurant was amazing. For dinner, we would have like an appetizer, an entree, and desserts. We even had lobster one day, which was really so fancy and fun. And then the buffet was just fantastic. I had so much different types of food. It never got boring. It had so many options, and it was so delicious.
A cruise ship is basically what I realized a hotel on the sea, and it also has some similarities of an airport. Case in point, this duty free area, they have tons of shopping available on the ship, lots of high-end brands, lots of designer purses, bags, just you name it. We had everything from Essie, Clarins, Chanel, perfumes, so many things that you can shop on. So I just wanted to show you that in case you didn't know. So when you're on the ship, you can take some time to browse all of these stores.
And last up, this is something that you might hear about, but it's called like a port runner or dock runner, something like that. In case you did not know, you guys, this ship waits on no one because they say that one person is nothing compared to like the thousands of people on a ship. They are not going to wait on you. So whenever we landed in a different island or a country or at a different port, I made sure to be on that ship 2 hours before the time that was given, because I am not going to be stuck in a different country by myself. There is no way I'm doing that. And if you are stuck and if your ship leaves you, you're going to have to find your own money to get to the next port or to fly home or do something, because it is not going to wait on you. So don't play with that, and they actually really leave people all the time. So be on time. Like, don't be one of those people who's like running down and everybody on the ship is watching you and like pointing at you. It would be so stressful, so embarrassing, and not to mention so expensive. So that was something that I did not play with at all. Like, you was not going to catch me missing my ship. Like, no way. So that is the end of this video. I hope that it gave you some fun facts, some things if you are going on a cruise for the first time and you don't know what to expect, because I had no idea, and I was like writing down these little things every time I remembered it so that I could come and tell you guys so that you can have an idea. Like I said, I forgot my waterproof phone case. I didn't label my luggage tags. I didn't know I had to like tip the porters. Especially the part with the curling wand was really stressful for me. So I hope that this gives you a little idea of what to expect if you're going on your first cruise, and maybe something that you didn't know if this is your first cruise. Thumbs this video up if you enjoyed it and if they helped you in any way. Don't forget to also subscribe for amazing content that I have coming your way. And if you're going on a cruise, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for you. You are going to absolutely love it. I also do have little reels here and there of like what I ate in a day on my cruise and little things like that that you can probably check out in my reels on Instagram. So you can always go ahead and check it out there for short form content that I'm doing. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.